Hey everyone, my name is Bhavin, and if you're new here, I'm a graduate of UPC, and today I'll be talking about how to deal with burnout and what to do if you're feeling like you're in a rut in life. So that can be characterized and defined as basically feeling tired, kind of low energy, kind of unmotivated to do the things that you were previously having fun doing and enjoying, and just kind of wanting to be in bed a lot and not really see your friends and all that sort of stuff. And burnout, I know, especially if you're studying hard and you're working super hard, it can definitely happen. Like I've felt that a couple of times, definitely in my university career. So just know it's normal, kind of, and it does happen. So with that out of the way, be sure to like this video if it helps you and share it with somebody who could benefit if they're studying from the MCAT or DAT or something. And let's get on with what you can do practically. So the first step is obviously to recognize that you're feeling this way, you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling like you're in a rut, and to acknowledge it and accept it. So identify the signs of feeling stuck, demotivated, or lacking enthusiasm, and then basically reflect on the cause. So think about what's causing you this like feeling, and think about like what can you do to kind of change that and alter that so that it's no longer causing you. So let's say it's being caused by a person, somebody you spend a lot of time with, but then they're not really good for you because they are mean to you and they call you names and they just drain your energy. They don't talk about anything that's kind of growth minded and moving towards something better, but it's just all gossip or whatever. So what you can practically do is reduce the time you're spending with them or see them less often. And that will at least help you in that aspect. And let's say your burnout or your kind of feelings are being caused by, let's say it's work. What you can do is, okay, acknowledge that, okay, this job may be too much. You could choose to keep looking for another job in the evenings or whatever. And instead of watching movies or Netflix in the evening, you're going to do that. And you're going to network and you're going to have coffee chats with people and all that sort of stuff. So if you identify that there's a problem and then you identify, okay, what's causing it, you can work to find a solution. And if you're having trouble pinpointing what the problem is, what you can do is you can start journaling every single day. Just open up a quick like notes document or on your iPad or even pencil and paper and just write out what you're feeling, what's on your mind, what's making you anxious, what like you're thinking about, and all that sort of stuff. And then pinpoint kind of like what's causing it. Because if you can do that, we can fix it. So that's the first kind of part to this. Next up, you can set some clear goals. So you can set specific and achievable goals that you're going to now start to work towards. And you can break those large objectives into smaller, more manageable tasks for like a sense of accomplishment. So what you can do is, let's say your goal will be to get better at, reducing procrastination and to stop scrolling TikTok or something. What you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to only spend 15 minutes of time on my phone in the morning or throughout the day, and that's it. So that can be your goal. And if you do that for a long period of time, you'll start to feel a bit better and you can kind of cross it off. Or let's say your goal would be to do well in a chemistry course or something like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to set that goal and you're going to say, okay, every single day I'm going to study for 1 hour and I'm going to do two 30-minute blocks and I'm going to do practice questions and review the notes and I'm going to study off of exam questions or practice questions or whatever. So that will help you. And that's like also creating a plan. So you're already doing a couple things with that just by those simple things and thinking this through. And next up, if you're feeling kind of like more on the rut side of this, what you need to do is change up your routine. So our brains are they're going to optimize like the neural pathways for doing certain things if you're doing them day to day. Like you probably think about when you're driving, let's say to and from school or work or whatever, or you're on transit, a lot of the times it just feels like you're not even fully paying attention, but you're on autopilot. So if you try new things, if you go out and hang out with new people or reconnect with your old friends that you haven't seen in a while, or go on a nature walk or do something that you haven't done, it's going to kind of activate an area of your brain, and it's a different area that is responsible for like this autopilot thinking. So that will make you more consciously aware and also help you. And it can even be simple things like just going out to a new place for food, or trying to cook a new recipe at home, or a new park, or a hike, or anything like that that you're not doing in the day to day. It'll definitely help you because it's going to activate your brain in a different way. So that's another thing you can do. Also, be sure to seek inspiration. So start reading some books that you might find interesting about, or podcasts. Some of my favorites I've made a TikTok on are like the Gary Vee audio experience, it's the psychology of your 20s, because I'm currently in my 20s. And if you're into finance and real estate and stuff, the Vancouver Real Estate Podcast or Bigger Pockets are both great, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, or even TED Talks, or just change up the things you're consuming. The like daily news, 6 o'clock in the morning one, honestly, I don't find that stuff valuable, so I never watch the news. But do what works for you. Try new things, basically. At the same time, you're going to want to prioritize self-care even more than the usual. So this can be making sure you're getting enough sleep every night, 8 to 9 hours minimum. Making sure you're eating well, so you're cooking your food and you're buying like groceries, and you're not just eating McDonald's and chicken nuggets and fries every single day, so that you're getting proper nutrition. And it can be doing simple things like going for a walk, or going to the gym, or any sort of fitness thing that you think will help you. Try it out and do it. The thing you can do, part of self-care, is practice being grateful. So you can just take out a pencil, paper, whatever, or notes or whatever, and write down all the things that you're grateful for. You could also practice mindfulness and meditation when you're doing this, and think about kind of like what comes to mind, what are your fears, what is your anxiety, and write it all out. And I think you will feel a little bit better. Another thing you can do is set boundaries. So whether it's with people or with work or with school or whatever, basically learn to say no to activities or commitments that drain your energy or do not align with your goals and like actually benefit you. It's okay to say no. You could say something like, oh, I'm feeling at capacity at the moment. If it's at work, you could say something like, oh, I'm currently working on these other 2 projects right now. Would you like me to reprioritize something? Or would you like me to continue working on this? Or just anything that you can do to make yourself feel better, do it. Another thing you can do is start volunteering and helping others. So this could be joining a charity, joining a club, joining an organization, volunteering at a senior's home. Personally, in high school, I was a volunteer at a senior's home that was like long-term care. So I saw people who were very, very sick, and people who had chronic illnesses like cancer, stroke, were in wheelchairs and immobile and all that sort of stuff. And it's just very shocking, and it completely changes your perspective on life and teaches you kind of the most important things, being like family and taking care of yourself and all that sorts of stuff. And it will completely change your perspective and what you're currently like thinking about and feeling like is a big problem in your life. You'll realize that it may just be kind of insignificant. So that's another thing you can do. And yeah, of course, seek professional help if necessary. It's never like a bad thing to go to therapy or whatever. There's definitely resources out there that are free, like at UBC. Kids Help Phone is free, and I'm a crisis responder for that. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out. See if your parents or if you have insurance coverage or anything like that. So I hope that is all helpful, and so those tips are valuable to you. And please take action and start implementing these strategies immediately if you're feeling like this. And yeah, I've felt burnout before. I felt like I've been in a rut. It's completely normal. Just try to new things and and break free from this rut. It's okay to take small steps to make progress. And yeah, if that was helpful, please like, subscribe, share, comment, all that sorts of stuff. And yeah, please take care. Stay well.